All right, good afternoon. I'm going to go ahead and do the pulley problem and an inverse proportions problem for a little demonstration for the section. That way, when you guys get the final, this might be an easier way to search everything. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen. All right, and here we go with the problems here. All right, so this was always a tough one, okay, sorry, I didn't get the whole thing on here. But this is a line shaft rotating at 200 RPMs is connected to a grinding wheel by the pulley. Assembly shown. Okay, if the grinding shaft must turn at 1050 RPMs, what size pulley must be attached to the shaft here? All right, let's see. So I promise you, my heat is really set kind of low. It's amazing. This thing goes off that often. But here we go. So we kind of want to associate the different pulley, right? We want the diameter 1 equals. This is something to remember with diameters and RPMs on this is that these are inversely relationship. Okay, so we want V2 up here, we want V1 down there. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on here. We have a 4-inch pulley. Okay, and it says, well, what's the other one? I don't know. Call that one X. I have no idea what that one is. And this pulley is attached to, right, this 400. So this is going to be equal to this 4. I want this to be equal to, well, this X is attached to this one. So we're going to say 200. And then this 4 is attached to the 1050. Okay. So what's going on here is this thing is whizzing around here at 1050. So a little dot on this, all right, is going to have to travel the same distance as the dot that's over here. So how big does this have to be when this is only turning at 200? Okay. So let's go ahead and solve for this thing. Right. So you can also see, right, that this 200 is about, or I should say 1050 is about 5 times higher than this thing, so we would expect this to be about 5 times higher than this guy. Okay. But if you don't see that, that's okay. You just solve it. So we're going to get 200, right? Cross multiplying x is equal to 4 times 1050, right? And then we're going to say x is equal to 4 times 1050 divided by 200. And in your calculator, what you're going to do is you're going to write it out, right? You're going to say this is 4 times 1050 divided by 200. And what that's going to look like here, this guy right here, all right? So this is 4 times, turn on, okay, 4 times 1050, okay, divided by 200. Okay, it's 21. So x equals 21. So that's, you know, if you look at this ratio here, okay, so let's check it, right? Let's check it. So if we look at the two ratios, I want 4 over 21 and say, is that equal to 200 over 1050? Is that true? So let's check. Okay, we have 4 divided by 21 here. This is not going to be a nice number. Okay, I probably should have flipped both of them to see. But 4 over 21, right, that was 0.19, 0.19, and some stuff, right? 190476. All right. And then let's check out the other one. We're going to say this is 200 divided by 1050. Right? Get the same number out to however many decimal places you'd like. Okay, these two ratios are the same. Okay, and that's what we're trying to preserve here, is saying that these two ratios are the same, solve for x to make it so. Then when I make these fractions again, they should be the same. If they're not, then you know you messed up. So this is another one. Okay, when a tire is inflated, the air pressure is inversely proportional to that volume. So if the pressure of a certain tire is this amount, and we get the volume, what is the pressure when the volume is something different? Okay, so again, I'm going to go ahead and set my equation up. So P1 over P2 is equal to V2 over V1. Okay, because they're inverse proportional. This P2 has got to go with that V2. This P1 has got to go with that V1. Okay, so what was the initial thing they told us? They said when the pressure is 27, this is equal to, and they said the volume was 120. Okay, what is the pressure? I don't know, P2. Okay, is equal to 150. And again, what we're going to do here is we're going to cross multiply, right? We're going to say this is 27 times 120 is equal to 150 times P2. Okay, just cross multiply. That's all we did was make this not into a fraction. So we have 27 times 120 divided by 150, and that is equal to P2. All right, so in your calculator, what is that going to look like? It's 27 times 120, right, divided by 150, and that is equal to my P2. All right, so let's check that out. So we have 27, right, times 120 divided by 150. 21.6 is equal to my P2. This is 21.6. What is that? PSI. The book is not going to, the computer program, the homework program doesn't make you type in PSI. The PSI is already there. They just say, record your answer to the nearest tenth. All right. And then there we are, 21.6. Okay. So hopefully that at least gives you like a little guide through of what you're supposed to be doing with these problems. I'll release a couple more a little bit later, but you know, I hope that these are not that intimidating to you. Okay, at least eventually, at least not as intimidating as they were when we first started. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop us there, and I'll go ahead and post this. All right, good luck.